Bad Guys is DreamWorks Animation's newest film and stars Sam Rockwell, Awkwafina, Craig Robinson, and Anthony Ramos. Several reformed yet misunderstood criminal animals attempt to become good with some disastrous results along the way. Now, I am a big fan of DreamWorks Animations. I actually really love a lot of their movies, including this one on my t-shirt. From Shrek to Kung Fu Panda to How to Train Your Dragon, they have some incredibly well done animated movies, and I feel like they don't get enough credit for the absolute near masterpieces that they have put out. And that's really why I was looking forward to this movie. It's a DreamWorks Animations movie, so maybe they would give us another new classic. I wasn't looking forward to it all too much, but I was cautiously optimistic, I guess you could say. And coming out of The Bad Guys, it's a fine, fun kids movie that I'm sure families will love. As for me, I came out pretty lukewarm on it. It's definitely not a new classic for DreamWorks, but it was solid. I think the biggest thing that stood out to me in this movie was the fresh new animation style for DreamWorks. It's a little bit different than what they have done previously. I felt like DreamWorks was using a new animation style, and I felt like it worked here. It felt, like I said, fresh and a little new for their movies. As you would assume, the movie has a very solid voice cast. They all seem like they're having fun. And it's due to the voice acting performances that make the characters seem lively. As you would assume, there are some funny jokes throughout that actually had me laughing. I wasn't expecting to laugh all too much. And there actually is surprisingly not too much of fart humor, which I feel like in animation movies nowadays you get a lot of that. I feel like I was just assuming with a kids movie there would be some fart or poop jokes. Don't get me wrong, there are, but it's used a little differently here in a little bit of a new way. It felt a little unique because it's a part of a character. And by that I mean there's a character who, whenever he gets nervous, he farts. And it's like little things like that that you add it into how the overall movie works. It felt a little different rather than just having some fart joke or someone joking about how they have to poop. I don't know, I guess it was just a little bit different than what you would expect out of a fart joke. And so having a character get nervous and then having to fart, it was obviously going to make the kids laugh, but it also kind of felt like someone who's not necessarily a young age kind of just like, oh, that was a little clever and unique almost. And the movie has a nice message. It's all about these bad guys learning what it means to be good. You have the usual don't judge a book by its cover, which isn't usual in a bad way. It's just that you've seen it before in movies before. But it felt to me at least just as impactful as it has been used before. These characters, when they learn to be good, there's some positive things that become of them being good and just doing nice things for other people. And I feel like that's a good message to teach the kids. It's one of those animated movies that you won't be disappointed taking your kids to see. I feel like that's a big thing to look forward to when you're critiquing a movie, especially a kid's movie. Can adults find enjoyment in specifically this movie too? And I feel like adults won't hate it. I know there was one guy in my theater who was on his phone the entire time, but I feel like if you're a parent and you have to go take your kids to see a movie, I don't feel like you will be all too disappointed that you took your kids to see something like this rather than taking them to see something like the Emoji Movie, which is not how you do a kids movie. So there is some stuff for adults to enjoy, and there's obviously stuff for kids to enjoy. But as for negatives, it's definitely predictable, which is kind of what you would assume. It's very rare to find it feels like an original animated movie, but they definitely exist. So is this original? Not necessarily. This isn't necessarily a critique, but is it DreamWorks' best? No, but it's a solid outing for them, and that's sometimes what you're looking for when going to take your kids to a movie or looking for a new DreamWorks movie. And there are some plot holes mixed throughout the movie. It's just like little things that bug me. One thing in particular is like there's this governor who is an animal, but the people in this movie, obviously the animated characters, they aren't scared of this governor who is an animal, but they are scared of our main characters, the bad guys, and they are animals too, so it just doesn't necessarily add up. I mean, if I was in this movie, I'd be equally scared of an animal being our governor and then animals robbing banks. And then another thing, it's like, why don't people pick up on the fact that when they are doing their bad decisions or robbing a bank or trying to steal something, why don't people notice that they are the people that they're looking for? Like the cop doesn't pick up on the fact that this is who we're looking for, but this is just me nitpicking. I know I'm probably gonna get a comment being like, oh, why are you nitpicking a kid's movie? And I know this is stuff that kids won't pick up on, but it's just something that I noticed. But overall, The Bad Guys is, again, a solid outing for Dreamworks. I thoroughly enjoyed the fresh, new, almost creative style to the animation from Dreamworks. It felt a little different. There are plenty of funny moments for both kids and adults to enjoy. And out of all the family or kid movies that you can find in 2022, this isn't necessarily a bad one that you'll be disappointed watching. It's something that adults will enjoy, kids will enjoy, and it's a little fun family movie night kind of movie. So if you're a family, you have kids, and you're looking for something to do maybe on a Saturday, I would suggest watching The Bad Guys. As for me, I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, I'm not disappointed that I saw it. It was fine. I'm gonna give The Bad Guys a B-. I did want to grade this movie positively, so a B- is a solid positive grade. I wouldn't go much higher than that as it didn't blow me away. But if you have seen The Bad Guys, let me know what you thought of it down below. Thank you so much for watching this review, and if you did enjoy it, consider giving it a like as well as subscribing and hitting that notification bell to get notified whenever new videos like this go live. As always, look forward to more videos coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.